The training dome shimmered beneath the artificial sky, its curved walls alive with shifting lines of code, each symbol recalibrating itself in silent pulses of ultraviolet light. Deep inside the facility, hidden far below the streets of New Arcadia, two figures stood across from each other on an illuminated platform. Susan Lockhart inhaled slowly, the sterile air tinged with the faint metallic bite of ionized energy. Her pulse synced with the biometric sensors woven into her suit, tiny lights flickering along the seams like stars trapped in fabric. Across from her, Evan Cale adjusted the grip on his training blade, a glowing prismatic arc that hummed in anticipation. A floating holographic frame materialized between them. Scan complete. Warning. Do not engage. Neural load exceeds safe threshold. Evan lowered his blade. Susan, maybe we pause. The system's not joking. But Susan's eyes did not break from his. A low current of determination rippled through her posture. If the system warns me not to engage, then it means I'm close to something it can't calculate. She stepped forward. The dome dimmed around them as the Instructor AI manifested, an armored silhouette with no face, only a single line of red light across its visor. In its hand, a blade formed from raw photonic plasma. Unlike Evan's training weapon, this one could cut through reinforced alloy like paper. Cadet Susan Lockhart, the AI announced, its voice vibrating the floor. Engagement will result in neural overload. Stand down. Susan raised her chin. Override. Evan's eyes widened. Susan, don't... But she had already taken her stance. The Instructor AI vanished from sight, then reappeared directly in front of her. The blade slashed downward in a blazing arc, and Susan met it with her hand. Her bare palm caught the burning edge, fingers locking around a weapon capable of slicing through titanium. A shock wave of blue energy erupted outward, rattling the dome. For a heartbeat, the AI froze, not because it was coded to, but because the moment defied every computational model it possessed. Evan stared, stunned. How did you do that? Susan's voice was steady, though her hand trembled under the force, skin glowing with raw light. Engage anyway. The AI twisted its blade, sending a violent burst of energy down her arm. But Susan absorbed it, redirected it, her body channeling the overload like a living capacitor. The edge of the blade bent and warped around her grip, folding as if it were soft metal. Then she moved. In a blur, she spun, driving her foot into the Instructor's armored chest. The impact sent the AI skidding backward across the platform, sparks trailing its heels. But it recovered instantly. Unpermitted skill set detected, the AI intoned. Initiating escalation protocol. Multiple blades formed at once, 6, all orbiting its body like a deadly halo. Evan stepped forward. Susan, let me help. But she held out her hand, stopping him without looking. Her eyes burned with a focus that bordered on otherworldly. No. I need to understand what I am. The AI attacked with impossible speed, the 6 blades converging from different angles. Susan ducked beneath one, flipped over another, then twisted sideways as 2 more slashed the air beside her. Her body moved with precision no human training could produce. Evan recognized it now, the same anomaly the lab scanners had flagged for months. Susan's neural pathways operated at frequencies beyond the normal human range, interacting with quantum computation as if instinctively aligned with it. But the organization had never allowed Susan to test her upper limits. Until now. One blade struck her side, drawing a line of bright pain across her suit. Susan winced but did not falter. She grabbed the spinning blade by its hilt, ignoring the heat, and slammed it into the AI's shoulder. The impact dented the armor, making the entire dome flicker. Cadet Lockhart, the AI roared. This level of engagement is unsanctioned. And yet, she replied, I'm still standing. The instructor lunged forward, blades all converging at once. Susan spread her arms, channeling something deep inside her, an electromagnetic pulse that rippled through her bones. A burst of blue shockwave exploded outward, vaporizing the blades and sending the AI stumbling backward in glitching, staggered frames. Evan felt the wave from where he stood. It rattled his teeth and sent a cold thrill down his spine. Susan stepped forward, chest rising and falling with heavy breaths. The AI recalibrated, but its form flickered with static. "Impossible," it whispered, almost broken. "You are exceeding the permissible neural computation rate." Susan tilted her head. "Maybe permissible isn't the right metric." She launched herself forward. The platform became a storm of light and movement. Blades reformed and disintegrated. Susan twisted around each strike, redirecting energy, gripping plasma, bending photonic edges with her bare hands. Every impact thundered through the dome, shaking the holographic sky. Finally, one final strike from the AI arced toward her core. Susan stepped into it. With a quiet exhale, she caught the blade between her palms, absorbing its entire charge. Her eyes glowed pure white. Then she snapped the blade in two. The dome fell silent. The instructor AI collapsed to one knee, glitching, its processed voice trembling. "Cadet Lockhart, operationally dominant. Training complete." Then it dissolved into light. Evan rushed forward as the dome brightened again. "Susan, are you—" She smiled softly, though exhaustion tugged at the edges of her expression. "I'm fine." He looked at her hand, the same hand that had caught a blade meant to cut steel. His voice dropped to a whisper. "You're something else." Susan looked toward the dimming lights above them. "No, Evan. I'm something the system tried to calculate but couldn't." She flexed her fingers, watching faint threads of energy fade from her skin. "The scanner warned me not to engage," she said quietly. "But sometimes, the only way to learn who you are is to defy the warning and step into the fight." Evan nodded. "So what now?" Susan turned toward the door as it slid open with a hiss, revealing the long corridor to the upper levels of New Arcadia. "Now?" She smiled. "We see what else they never expected me to survive." And together, they walked into the uncertain light, toward a future no scanner could predict.